down in Akron. Let's start right away. School was not in session. Obviously, they're out for summer break. But this had an incident where 4 individuals between the ages of 14 and 20 were shot. It was 3 in the morning this morning at the Mason Community Learning Center in Akron. An incident happened there. 4 people shot, even more injured. But we'll get to that in just a second. We're going to bring in Lieutenant Michael Murphy Jr. He's the Public Information Officer for the city of Akron, the Akron Police Department. Lieutenant, thanks for joining us. How are you today?
Thank you for having me, and I'm good. How about yourself?
Not too shabby. Let's get to this. I mean, we never want to see a shooting where 4 people are injured, especially on a school property. Again, it does not appear to have had anything to do with the school. What was happening at 3 in the morning? Was this a large gathering? Was it a few people? Was this a meetup? Walk us through what we think was happening there.
Yes, so our patrol officers responded to multiple calls for shots fired and for shooting as well. What we later learned is that there was a large group of people, maybe somewhere between 100 and 150 people that had gathered in the parking lot at Mason CLC, and it really were just having a party, dancing and doing those types of things. When shots rang out, as you can imagine, with that amount of people, everyone began to disperse. It was a chaotic scene, or a lot of people running. There were also cars involved. So during the course of that incident, multiple people were struck by gunfire. Unfortunately, multiple people were struck and ran over by vehicles. And we're in the early stages of really just trying to sort this out, determine who was involved, and really just kind of get to the bottom of this.
I'm assuming, and this, I just need you to answer this, I'm assuming they didn't have permission to be on the grounds. This wasn't any kind of permitted community party or block party or anything like that. They weren't supposed to be there.
No, these individuals were not supposed to be on the property at that time. This is not a city sanctioned or Akron Public School sanctioned event. It's really just an impromptu get together. And actually, we had received word that this same group of individuals had caused problems at a Waffle House in Springfield Township, and received information that that had happened maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours prior to this incident happening. So really what we're looking at is a large group of mostly juveniles that have been being chased from location to location, and ultimately this incident occurred in Akron. So.
The unfortunate part about this, and this is not an Akron specific problem, we're having these issues up here in Cleveland where it's happened in metro parks, it's happened in other locations in the city. These just impromptu, or whether they're driven by social media, these huge gatherings, and this is what can happen. Advice for, I guess, parents or the kids themselves. We know the injuries were 14 to 20 years old as far as the people who were shot. We should say none of them had life-threatening injuries. That is amazing when you talk about the numbers of 100 to 150 people and somebody opening fire. Is this a sign of the times? Is this a dangerous situation? What do we put on this?
Well, and it's an extremely dangerous situation, and it's problematic for us, for one, because again, the majority of the young people there were juveniles under the age of 18 years old, and in the city of Akron, we do have a strict curfew at 11 p.m. So it's concerning that this many people of that age group were out at 3 a.m. So I believe, while it is important for the police department to respond to these things, and our priority remains, our top priority remains to eliminate and reduce violent crime in our city, but we have to do this collaboratively with the community. I think a larger part of this conversation involves parents and accountability, helping people to have a good understanding of where their kids are at this hour. This is something that could have been prevented, something that shouldn't have happened. And we really need to get down to the bottom of why so many young people were out way past curfew, without any adult supervision, and why guns were on scene. When we talk about youth violence and such, oftentimes the police are responding to these incidents we're a little bit behind it. But when we talk about prevention, that's going to be a community conversation that the police department needs to work collaboratively with all of our community members to prevent things like this from happening in the future.
Yeah, well said. One last clarification. You said people were run over as people are scattering, people are getting in cars. Obviously, everybody knows the police are coming, people have been shot. How many people were run over or injured, I guess, post-shooting, and what were those injuries?
So what we've learned even as early as this morning is that this is rapidly evolving. Um, Multiple people left the scene prior to police arriving on scene. So then we found ourselves responding to multiple different hospitals with reports of various injuries. And even into today, we've had a couple of individuals that showed up at hospitals, even outside of Akron. As of this interview right now, I have information that suggests that we have 5 gunshot wound victims and at least 10 people who were struck by or ran over by vehicles. So that number could change as we continue to gather information from local hospitals, but we've been in contact with all of the area hospitals and really just trying to determine if any of the individuals that have come in with injuries were related to this incident.
Wow. And of the 10 run over, any of those life-threatening? Are we still, nobody has passed away and these don't appear to be life-threatening?
No, none of the injuries appear to be life-threatening, but let me add this because I think a lot of times this gets lost in these types of incidents is that while none of the injuries appear to be life-threatening, they can be life-changing and life-altering. People are going to have significant injuries and things that they're going to have to deal with in the future. Let this be a lesson to our young people that we have rules and laws in place for a reason, and it's to try to prevent things like this from happening. And all it takes is one person to ruin a party or an incident for a large number of people. And that's what we're experiencing right now. So if anyone has any information related to the individuals that were involved or responsible for this, again, there were a large number of people on scene. We know that some people saw it, and we have surveillance footage that we're combing through, looking to identify people, vehicles, and otherwise. So we will get down to the bottom of it. This is our number one priority at this point. But we really would like to work collaboratively with our community in order to help encourage our young people to step forward with information and provide that to the Detective Bureau.
And when you have those surveillance pictures and there's vehicles you need identified, of course, we will be very helpful in getting those out as well. So I'm assuming no arrests at this point.
No arrests have been made yet, but as we're able to provide additional information and updates to the community, we'll do that. But we're working around the clock. We have detectives from our major crimes unit, as well as detectives from other units throughout the department that are assisting on this investigation. So it's extremely important to us that we identify those individuals that are responsible and hold them accountable for this.
Lieutenant Michael Murphy, Jr. with the Akron Police Department, we certainly appreciate the time and the information and the update. Thanks for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
All right, take care, sir. That's just going to wrap it up. Again, we wanted to get the latest information, and as you heard, an update on the number of people injured. We thought it was 4 shot. Now it turns out it's 5. This will happen as people take themselves to the hospital or other people drive them to local hospitals with injuries. This situation can evolve, so to speak. So we'll keep it up to date when we get new information from the Akron Police Department. If we get some of that surveillance video, and if they're looking for people of interest, we'll make sure we pass that along. But again, the help from the community, the people that were there, if your child was there, said they saw something, one simple phone call to the Akron Police Department is all it takes to find out who was pulling the trigger that shot 5 people. Everyone survived, but as we heard from the lieutenant, survived at what cost? What kind of injuries are they facing now heading down the road? If we have any other breaking news, it'll be here on our digital properties. Otherwise, look for our 3.5 hours of news and First Alert weather to start on Channel 19 at 3 o'clock. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a good afternoon. All righty, Lieutenant, thank you so much for the time. We certainly appreciate it.
No problem. Hey, like I said, sorry again for the wait.
No.
That we were able to do that. And yeah, and if there's any updates, this is going to be, like I said, rapidly evolving. If there's any information I can share, we'll make sure to get that out as soon as possible.
Excellent. Lieutenant, thanks for the time. We appreciate it. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.